Hey, so it's Thursday, which means we are doing Safe Space stream. Just give me 1 second. Which is so, guys. Subject of the Safe Space stream is hating yourself. Now, many years ago, I wrote a blog post, not on any of my current blogs, on a Google-owned pre-blog service called Blogger. That's what it was called. And so we're a decade old now. I'm nearly a decade old. I think it was 2011 when I wrote it. It was the title of the blog series, because it was originally intended to be a blog series, was Memoirs of a Normal Guy, which is something at some point in my life I might do. You never know. Got the books to write first. But this particular post was entitled Sometimes I Hate Myself, or On Hating Myself. I can't remember now. The post is still live. Yeah. On Hating Myself, April 26, 2011. Memoirs of a Normal Guy. One page thing. I was 29 at the time. So yeah, 10 years ago. And I'll just read the opening line, the opening paragraph. Hi, my name is Dan. I'm 29 years old and I hate myself. Honestly, I cannot think of a single thing about myself I actually like, and yet somehow I managed to end up married to a great girl with great friends. So it's a thing, and I've struggled with that ever since. And I've been trying to reconcile that, because I still feel that way sometimes. Just remembering something stupid that I've said, or something stupid that I've done, some silly immature act or something, I actually remember it in my head and then out loud say, I'm such a dick. But I do that almost every single day. I try not to do it around anyone, so then people go, what you say? And you sort of have to cover it up. Yeah, I do know that loads of people do that, but I think everyone else just sort of passes it off and just sort of laughs it off. I don't, because it builds up and builds up, and I then end up looking back every so often. I'll start looking back over my life and going and thinking, you don't deserve any of this. You're a wanker. You're crap. you're not a particularly good person. And it's been tough, but I now also see that there is a good side to it, or some good has come out of it. Twisty. Yeah. So the good thing to come out of it is that I've realised that it is this thing that has helped me stay humble, which is not a bad thing. Sophie brought it up. Before you say anything else, this is Sophie's pen. I don't even know where that one came from. I will see what I can do. What was I saying? Yeah, it keeps me humble and stops me from being too arrogant. I can be arrogant. Everyone can be a bit arrogant. Everyone can be a hypocrite. Everyone can be all the bad things. When you get you can be. But I think that is just your way of dealing with life, isn't it? And you are very good at it, yes. I need to put this post down because I keep reading it. I'm smiling. Well, as much as I can when talking about this. Yeah. Sometimes I look back at my life and just fucking hate the fundamental person that I am. Because it's always, if you were just a little bit different, if we just made a slightly different decision here or there, you would be in such a better place now. That's in my head for later. Right. Yeah, so I'm actually, so when you talk about this stuff, right, everyone, and especially if you fill your Twitter feed or create a second account and follow a ton of streamers seem to believe that you have to be mega positive to make it work. I am not that person. I'm not positive about myself. I just try and be open, honest, and say, this is me. I'm putting my life on it. I'm not some good at Fortnite or Call of Duty or any game. I know a lot about movies, I know a lot about games. You can ask me anything, and I'm doing my thing because I genuinely love to stream. I know I'm never gonna make it, as it were. I was hoping to hit Twitch affiliate by the end of this year. That's not gonna happen now. I know. Another few years maybe. But it is what it is. So that's not me, but so there's then this type of thing when you're streaming, when you're chatting stuff like be positive, bring the love, bring the vibes, yay, stuff like that. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do chatty streams that were more about showing that even at 39, because a lot of the kids on here are between 15 and 22, 23, something like early 20s. I'm 39. I ain't got this shit figured out. You'll never properly have this shit figured out. That's not how it works. You make up shit as you go along in life. That's how it works. But there is, like, when talking about something like this particular subject, which is what I struggled with last week, which is why I postponed it until this week, is that there is that perception that you have to be positive all the time. If you're not being positive, then what's the point? You've got to be relentlessly positive. You can't move forward if you're being positive. If you're not being positive and you have positive mental attitude and stuff like that. But to me, that then negates all the bad shit that's made you the current person that you are. And that should be something that you should accept into your life. So I'm going to say the controversial bit of this stream, the bit that I've been most worried about saying, especially if there's more than just kitten in this audience, but let's be honest, is that it is sometimes okay to hate yourself. Mainly for the reason that I said before, which is it's something that will keep you humble. There is a fine line to it though. If you see nothing positive about life, if you don't see anything good in life or anything, just see how you hate yourself, you've got nothing to throw your energy into, you've got no hobbies, you've got nothing, that's when it starts to get dangerous. It really starts to affect your mental health. If you have something, then every so often looking back on your life and going, I'm such a dickhead. Hate that person that I was, or hate that side of me, or something like that. That's okay. Just going all the time, I fucking hate myself. That then becomes I hate everything. That then becomes what's the point, and it spirals out of control from there. And I've come close to that on more than one occasion. Fortunately not too recently. Because I was surrounding myself with some very shitty people. And also I was very immature at the time, so I didn't know how to solve that, how to reconcile that. So it's a tough one, but if you accept the idea that this is something that can keep you just that little bit humble, I wouldn't say need, because you don't necessarily need to be that way, but it can, recognizing that you have been shitty in the past, you have done stupid, shitty things that make you feel like the worst person in the world, or the dumbest person in the world, or something like that. That's part of your story in life. And I think the people in this world who are just ignoring all this and going, we need to be positive, like say some certain other streamers are just ridiculously positive all the fucking time and just don't get it. Seem to think that's the best way to do it. They're presenting an image, they're not presenting themselves. I would much rather than watch someone who is just being themselves rather than someone who is just playing up to the camera for no reason whatsoever. Now, some people may say that I am currently saying all this, I am playing up to the camera. Might be true. I mean, I don't think I am, but could be true. But yeah, hating yourself is wank. Also, to me, kind of needed a little bit, because it's how you hating the person you were in a given moment can be potentially how you learn how not to do things, which is not a bad thing in my book. My heart's still pounding a little bit after saying all that, because I'm just, yeah. This is a tough subject. I'm not sure I've got the capacity to fully articulate how I'm talking about it. I'm okay. It's only a little bit poundy. I had some chest pains earlier, thinking about it. But only tiny ones, not anywhere near as bad as they used to be. So yeah. It's it is what it is. It really is. I'm sorry, the things about it, I don't actually have that much more to say on it. One thing I will say, that blog post that I posted in 2011, which you can go look up if you want. I don't think you'll particularly like what you read, especially if it's Yugen, but that resulted in you have mental health issues. Yeah, didn't think it was still on there. Didn't realise anyway. What was I saying? That resulted in you have mental health issues. And it was the first time I went, you know what, maybe I do. So I went to the doctors, and the doctor talked to me about it. He was actually he was a nice enough doctor, to be fair. Asked the usual stuff about how if I had feelings of hating myself or anything like that, which I'm not sure if they still do, but I'm guessing the doctor still would ask you that as a major indication of how bad your mental health is. So I said it all. That's right. I'm going to refer you to this. Went to this thing, and I got some CBT therapy, which is what does it stand for? Cognitive behavioral therapy. That's right, isn't it? Cognitive behavioral therapy. I can't remember though. I think that's right. Which, to be fair to it, did change my outlook somewhat. Now, it changed my outlook somewhat because I never wanted to go near such practices again. Not because it was actually helping me. Because basically, I walked into this room, this woman asked me a couple of questions, gave me a bunch of pamphlets and said, go away and read those. And that was about it. And it wasn't particularly helpful, but I had to keep going to get discharged. Well, as I kept going, I sort of started thinking about myself and how things are, and realised a few things, and sort of started to change my outlook a little bit. But that was, I didn't have to go and do CBT to be able to do that. That was something I could have done. It just made me want to do it. I could have done it on my own. CBT just made me do it quicker because I wanted to get out of it as quickly as possible, because I never wanted to have to deal with it again. And in the times that I've had any kind of therapy since, it has not been CBT, because CBT to me is great. Or it does work for some people. So if you're offered CBT, please don't go into it thinking it's crap. Go try it. You might find it's crap, but you have to go try it, because it might be the thing that works for you. It didn't work for me. So yeah. So after that, then I just sort of sorted it out. That is what it is. So yeah. But key points to take away is that looking back in your life and hating the person you are at certain points is something you potentially cannot help. Some people can, and just don't do it. I recognise this. I'm not one of them. But it's something the majority of people will do. It is not a bad thing unless you let it consume you. If you let it be the thing that keeps you that little bit humble, then that's not a bad thing. Just try and not let it get to you too much. I let it get to me too much, and I'm not even anywhere near on the scale of what some people get to. Like, if I'm here, people that are really bad with it are somewhere over in the next street over there. Yeah, that's how big that's how low down. Like my issues to some people, they'll go, shut the fuck up, you pussy. You know nothing. So it's what it is, but I'm gonna try and use it to keep myself humble. And I've come to realize over the last couple of weeks that I am not the greatest person in the world. there's not much I can do about that. Because I keep trying and I keep failing. And I need to just kind of accept it. And try to be better, but understand fundamentally I'm not.